Good morning. Weren't those just lovely performances from our own very symphony and the boys and girls choruses? Let's give them a big hand. And to the incomparable Charlotte Iron Schultz, after whom this very staircase is dedicated. Thank you for another wonderful song. George, for your friendship and service to our city, thank you. And Senator Feinstein. Well, a year ago, I had the honor of being sworn in by your daughter, and I'm honored today that you can join us here. We all know how much you have given and still give to our city. I'll never forget our conversation last year outside the White House about what a special city San Francisco is. Worthy of every sacrifice. Diane, thank you for your continued service, for your constant advice and counsel to me and to all the former mayors here today. Senator, we are looking forward to having you in Washington, looking out for us for many years to come. And the House Democratic Leader, Nancy Pelosi. Thank you for all the amazing work you do for San Francisco and for our country. Whether it's leading the charge for healthcare reform or protecting funding for the treatment of HIV and AIDS, we are all going to work very hard to return Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Congress this year. We also want to return you to Majority 2 in Washington so you can keep fighting for San Francisco. Thank you for being here today. I see a few other mayors have come here today. I better do all right or I'll never hear the end of it at the next conference of mayors. I'm so glad my friends Antonio Viragrosa from Los Angeles, Kasim Reed from Atlanta, and Gene Kwan from Oakland are all here with us. We have a lot of work to do together this year for our cities. Thank you very much. And to Mayor Willie Brown, to Lieutenant Governor Newsom, to Mayor Frank Jordan, to Mayor Art Agnes. It's such an honor to stand before you and take this oath of office today. Over my 23 years of public service, I have worked for every one of you. Every mayor benefits from the work and efforts of the mayors who came before, and I have learned so much from each of you, and we have all benefited from your leadership and service. Thank you all very much. And to my mother, my brothers and sisters, and my whole family who made it down from Seattle, what an incredible journey it's been. Thank you for your support, your guidance, and for being here today. And of course, Anita, Tanya, Brianna, you are my constant inspiration and strength. I simply would not be standing here without you. Thank you for putting up with me, the long hours, and well, pretending to laugh at my jokes all these years. A year ago, I stood before you and humbly accepted the honor of serving you as interim mayor. It was a historic day in so many ways, a time of transition for our city, and a proud day, certainly, for our Chinese community in San Francisco. When then Mayor Newsom, members of the board, and others asked me to step up, there could be no other answer and no greater honor than serving my city in this capacity. I stood before you then as a different kind of public official. I was somebody who had never run for office, somebody who had been in the trenches of government for many years, and before that, an activist who worked from the outside to change government, fighting for the rights of tenants and immigrants, and working to make government more fair and accessible for everyone. I came in determined to apply what I learned during all of those years. I came in determined to bring a new level of civility to City Hall. And despite a few rough patches, it was an election year after all. For the most part, we worked in an atmosphere of mutual respect and civility. We actually managed to agree on a lot, and get a lot done. And when we disagreed, we worked through it, and we didn't get bogged down in acrimony. And I want to thank every member of the Board of Supervisors for your hard work and your dedication to our city this past year. Thank you very much. We even met once a month in your chambers to exchange questions and answers. And I knew some folks found those substantive, mutually respectful sessions a little boring. But that's okay. As long as we're getting things done, I don't mind being called boring. I came in determined to make San Francisco work for the people of San Francisco. Of course, I started with the benefit of a great team in place with me in the mayor's office, across our city departments, and with our city commissions. And let me stop for a moment to acknowledge the tremendous legacy of our Lieutenant Governor and former Mayor, Gavin Newsom. That allowed me to hit the ground running and build on his accomplishments. Thank you, Gavin. So together, we set out to achieve 5 goals in that first year of office. Hire a great police chief, put San Franciscans back to work with new jobs and a new local hire program, chart a stable course for the 34th Americans Cup, balance our budget despite steep deficits, and tackle pension reform, one of the most vexing challenges every city in America has faced. And you know what? We got them all done. Well, today, 1 year later, I stand before you, even more honored, even more humbled by the responsibility you have placed in me. And whether you voted for me first, second, third, or not at all, I want to thank all the people of this city for giving me this historic opportunity to serve as your elected mayor. Thank you. 谢谢. 多谢. Salamat po. Gracias, San Francisco. As I am about what we accomplished together this last year, I'm here today to talk about the future of our city and our roadmap ahead. As some of you know, in the Chinese calendar, we're about to begin the year of the dragon. The dragon is the most powerful of all the animals in the Chinese zodiac. And therefore, the year of the dragon is a time for confronting challenges, taking risks, and embracing innovation. My fellow San Franciscans, I can think of no better time than this year, the year of the dragon, to take on the challenges we face together. Together, we will realize the unlimited promise and potential of our people. But let's not kid ourselves. These are challenging times. The news out of Sacramento and Washington every day reinforces a reality we've known for some time. Local governments will have to continue to do more with less. And as is so often the case in our history, from the gold rush to the great earthquake to the deepest recession we've seen in a generation, San Franciscans must once again look to each other to lift us up and forge a path forward. And we will find that path forward because this is a place where great thinkers and innovators from all over the world and across the country have come. Irish, Chinese, Italian, African American, Latin American, gay, lesbian, transgender people, hippies, techies, biophysicists, you name it. They've all come to San Francisco. They came from 1,000 different places, speak more than 100 different languages, and bring different perspectives. Together, we all, built a city like no other on earth and made San Francisco the innovation capital of the world. More than ever, San Francisco is uniquely poised to innovate and invent the future right here, right now, by capitalizing on our greatest resource, our people. And innovation isn't just about technology. It's about a different way of thinking and approaching our problems. It is through innovative approaches to crime fighting and community involvement that San Francisco remains one of the safest big cities in America. You know, last year, violent crime was down again by 6% and remains at historic lows not seen since the 1960s. Pension reform is another prime example of what I've been talking about, the San Francisco way, the innovative way, the key to meeting our challenges of the future. Across the country, pension reform was a wedge issue. It shut down governments, it divided people. But here in San Francisco, we once again showed that we are a city that knows how. We brought everyone to the table. We put in the long hours. We had tough negotiations and produced a pension reform measure with business, government, and labor standing side by side. And we did it in a way that respected all of our hard-working city employees. Where else have you seen that across this country? And while we're on the subject of pension reform, let's take a moment to remember Warren Hellman. Warren was at the center of pension reform as he was with so many great causes. Warren, it wouldn't have happened without you. We will always remember your immeasurable contributions, and we miss you. Pension reform reminded us that we can solve problems if we just set aside small differences and focus on what we agree on, roll up our sleeves and get down to work and get it done. And that's the spirit of innovation we must embrace to meet the challenges we face today and down the road. And let me tell you where a little innovation can go a long way in your city government. In 2011, we saw the power of innovation and new technology, and most importantly, the power of people united to unleash revolutions around the world. Today, those same technologies, many of which were developed right here in the San Francisco Bay Area, are changing how we communicate, interact, and share information with each other, whether across town or around the world. And we in government must not be afraid of this innovation, this disruption even. In fact, we must embrace it. Well, a year ago when I first took office, I didn't even have a Twitter account. Today, I'm going to tweet my first infographic. There. How about that? But it shows how important I think innovation and technology are to reforming our government and building our future. You know, I believe some of